Let's say we're towards the end of a cycle and we're even in May or June and students are waiting to
Mhm,
hear back from wait lists and deferrals and whatnot. And they basically just a money question for them where they want to
mhm.
go wherever they're going to get more scholarship money, more merit aid. At that point in the cycle, what would be some ways they might be able to negotiate scholarship offers or play schools against each other despite these theoretical 24-hour deadlines? How real are those?
Well, if you have a 24-hour deadline, you don't have any leverage. You just don't, right? But you do have leverage before the deposit deadline. That's really the big breaking point. So before the deposit deadline, they've already made you an offer and they want to close that deal, right? And so if you want to negotiate, you want to do it before they turn to the wait list to fill your spot, right? Um, so what you need to do is show them documentation of scholarship offers that you have from other reputable schools. And then you ask nicely whether that gap can be narrowed or whether it can be matched, right? Worst they can do is say no. They're not gonna retract your admission, if you ask for more money. So that's the worst outcome there is you ask for more and they say no. But a lot of schools will negotiate. And it's funny when I hear privately from current admissions officers, they're really unhappy about that scenario. Some of them even find it just completely distasteful, even though they have to do it. I don't find it distasteful given how expensive law school is and how much they're charging for it. That's like, accepting the first price when you're buying an expensive car, right? You wouldn't. I think it's financially sensible to see what you might be able to make happen because ultimately, and admissions officers know this full well, people sitting in the classroom, they're not all paying the same thing. They're all paying something different, right? So in that universe, of course you can ask, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And also, if you're a future lawyer, it's a good thing to be able to
There's that.
negotiate. And
Yeah.
from what you're saying, it sounds like there's no bluffing here, though. Like you do want to actually show them a real letter from another school,
Yes,
and then
they will
say, "Would you please
expect that.
match or surpass this?"
They will expect that. And then if it's not sort of roughly a peer school, they're probably not going to care, right? If it is a peer school, they're going to care more. So this is part of the goofiness of this whole system, which is that this incredibly important data point, the price, you don't find out until the very end of the process, which is
Mhm.
bananas, right? So, but it is what it is. You can't change that in this current system where everyone's paying something different, right? So you have to apply and be admitted before you can find out what they would charge you. So it's a little bit like
Yeah.
our healthcare system, right? Nobody knows like how
You
much
get the
this
bill at the
is going
end.
to
Yeah.
cost until you get the bill. Like that's crazy, right? So it's not a system that I defend, but the advantage is that you still have that room to negotiate. Again, before deposits are due, I think after deposits are due, that might be magical thinking. I have seen people get scholarships off the wait list. That's not the norm though. So I think you just want to manage your expectations at that point.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.